Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Louise Hedger begins now.
A house fire in the early hours of this morning in Mornington has caused an estimated $650,000 worth of damage. Fire crews were called to the address in Pass Road shortly after midnight, finding the house fully engulfed in flames. An investigation into the cause of the blaze is yet to be determined. Elwick Racecourse was abuzz today with more than 6,000 people turning out for this year's Hobart Cup. It was a day of action with punters enjoying the best of the fun and festivities the Cup has to offer.
Fascinators, frocks, family and friends. The Hobart Cup had something on offer for everyone today.
Fantastic day for racing for Tasmania. We're expecting over 6,000 people to turn out here at Ladbrokes Park, Elwick. And fantastic weather, fashions on the field.
The bets were on, with some getting in earlier, others without a clue.
We backed Harryman in this race because there's a brewery in Sydney at Cronulla called Harryman's Brewery.
Do you think that was a good idea?
Probably not.
But I don't know a whole lot about horse racing, so I'm probably going to have a few more, and whatever name stands out the most, I'm going to go with.
Can pick a winner, that's for sure. I know me stats, and they're on point. Tasmania.
It was all about the outfits today, with hours of painstaking preparation to perfect the look.
So I've got on an Anna Dutton couture dress. She's a Queensland designer. And then I went and got Keziah Alice to do my millinery today.
Others simply chucked on whatever they could find.
I got mine off the Facebook Marketplace actually, and I just thought, I don't know, it looked nice.
For some, the Hobart Cup's about having a flutter on the fillies. For others, it's all about fashions on the field. And tonight, local audiences will be delighted by fan favourites, the Wolf Brothers.
No, definitely, yeah, can't wait. It's one of the attractions, so yeah, it should be great. Looking forward to it.
100%. I didn't even know they were playing, but now I'm keen.
Oh, they'll definitely be amazing. Can't wait to see them.
Ebony Ablett, 7 Tasmania News.
It's been revealed how the additional revenue from the government's new point of consumption tax will be spent. The tax, which was introduced on January the 1st, is applied to licensed betting operators who receive wages from Tasmanian residents. The revenue will be split, with racing stakeholders sharing 80%, while the government retains 20%.
We worked through with the industry. I think an 80-20 share is appropriate. It will enable us to invest more into infrastructure. It will provide additional funding for stakes and, importantly, will help with animal welfare.
The point of consumption tax is expected to provide an additional $4 million to the racing industry. Community members are calling on the government for more clarity regarding the location of the proposed Brighton High School. Construction is scheduled to begin in 2022, but parents say they're concerned the delay in announcing the spot could push the project back further.
At the end of the day, it's not about site for me, it's about actually getting some action to happen and make sure that our community is given its children and its future its absolute best opportunity.
A lot of parents with children in the local primary school here, and they would love to send their kids to a local high school. They are concerned that the project's going to be pushed out because of the uncertainty and that their children won't get that opportunity.
The Premier says community consultation is still ongoing and an announcement on the preferred location will be made in the near future. And hundreds of eager water enthusiasts have dived headfirst into a range of activities in this year's Royal Hobart Regatta. Day 2 producing some young champions, with organisers saying participation has risen well above the surface.
Engines revving on a very different track. Powerboats flying across the River Derwent. One major race taken out by this 13-year-old speed demon.
How does it feel winning the race?
Really, really good. It's bumpy, but it's really, really fun.
With ideal calm conditions, the 182nd Royal Hobart Regatta is one of the biggest seen in years, attracting around 500 participants so far for the 3-day event.
Our competitor base is actually increasing over the last 5 to 10 years. We've got a bigger contingent of yachts. In fact, it's the biggest sailing fleet we've had in many years this year.
Some taking a dip in the water by slipping off the greasy pole. As others brace the cool elements in a gruelling 1.5 kilometre dash.
Oh, it feels pretty good. I mean, I've done it 2 years before, came second last year, I think like fourth the year before, so it's good to finally get that win.
Yeah, it was really nice conditions. Like, it's been quite rocky the past few years, but this year was really nice and smooth. So it was really nice to just kind of get in there and get to your pace and go for it. Yeah, it was good.
And while the race may be no mean feat, the youngest competitor at age 11 says she didn't let the challenge hold her back.
When I got tired, I just had to go on my back to get air, because also it was really deep, so you couldn't see the bottom, and it was kind of scary, but fun.
Activities continue tomorrow with a come and try event. Ruby Kamain, 7 Tasmania News.
Students from across the state have put their fastest foot forward. Aged between 6 and 15, competitors passed the baton in the annual Little Athletics State Relay Championships.
It's a really good opportunity for the kids to compete as teams, which normally athletics is an individual event, so great opportunity. We've got 19 centres competing, around 450 athletes, and state medals on the line.
The local organisation has been running for around 55 years. It's been a tough day for Australians in the men's and women's singles finals of the Launceston International, with Alex Bolt and Destiny Ieva both going down in straight sets. After losing a tough first set in a tiebreak, second seed Bolt fell short against Egyptian Mohamed Safwat, who claimed his first ever ATP title. While despite a purple patch of form throughout the tournament,
I was playing against a really good player, so I had to be on my A game. So yeah, happy to squeak out the win.
Organisers are praising this year's crowd numbers for the tournament as the biggest ever. There has been a Tassie trifecta in this year's Hobart Cup. Sprayton-based Toorak Affair stormed home to beat Shady Hustle and Glass Warrior, backing up wins in the Brighton and Summer Cups.
But it's Toorak Affair in front for the Cup, and Toorak Affair wins the Hobart Cup. Toorak Affair first, Shady.
The Michael Trinder-trained mare paid $3.60 for the win. Tasmanian Yacht Alive has taken line honours in the Bruny Island race. Skipper Duncan Hine guided Alive to the line with an elapsed time of 9 hours and 54 minutes, nearly 2 hours outside the race record. The 89 nautical mile event has run since 1898. Hundreds of local players have pulled on their boots to compete in a less common football code. Touch Football's State Cup kicking off in Launceston, with men and women's sides battling for bragging rights.
It's not usually the first sport of choice in the Apple Isle, but it certainly has plenty of steam. Close to 300 players from Devonport, Hobart, Launceston and Burnie repping their local colours for the State Cup.
This is the event which decides the overall champion affiliate for touch football in Tasmania.
Men and women taking the field in all ages, ranging from under 12s through to over 30s. Hobart claiming the upper hand in the men's opens.
Oh, it's always good to beat the Launceston guys. There is a bit of a rivalry there.
A thirst-quenching win for coach Brent Mills. But in the women's, the shoe was on the other foot, Launceston reigning victorious.
It's really good to have a really good hit out this morning.
One of the tournament's best, Alice Robinson, will pull on a rival Victorian jumper in the upcoming national championships, with Tasmania unable to field the women's side due to financial struggles.
I always want to be in Tassie colours, but yeah, it's just where we are at the moment.
But state football heads remain confident the game is in a try-scoring position.
Particularly in our juniors 12s and 15s in particular are very strong at the moment.
Garth Burley, 7 Tasmania News.
Good evening. 25 was the state's warmest today in Launceston. Devonport 23, a high of 22 in Hobart, Burnie 21. King Island, Flinders Island and Ouse all reaching a high of 21, Lyowini 17 and 25 in Strahan. On the close-up, low cloud about the east extending into central areas. Further out, tropical cyclone Damien has moved inland from the WA coast, while low cloud extends over eastern Tasmania. Tomorrow, a tropical low will persist about the west following the weakening of the tropical cyclone. Low pressure troughs are also seen about the north and east extending towards Tasmania. Easterly winds tomorrow 15 to 25 knots, swells up to 1 metre in the west and south and up to 3 metres in the east. A strong wind warning is current for northern coastal waters from Sandy Cape to St Helens Point. Tomorrow's forecast now: Hobart 22, Dover, possible late rain 24 in Ouse. In the north, 24 in Launceston, rain developing about Devonport and Scottsdale. A high of 20 across Burnie and Stanley tomorrow, possible late rain in Strahan. Rain developing in St Helens, 21 about Swansea and Ross. The UV forecast very high 10s across the state. Looking ahead to the 3-day forecast: Tuesday, rain easing to showers from the north during the day. Wednesday, showers about the southeast. And Thursday, showers about the east and northwest, mostly fine elsewhere. Capital cities looking sunny at Perth tomorrow, Melbourne 26 and Brisbane 21 and showers. And currently Hobart 19 and partly cloudy, Launceston 21 and Devonport 19 and mostly cloudy. That's all in weather tonight.
Lovely, thank you for that, Jackie. And that's all your news for now. Thank you for joining us. Have a lovely evening. Good night.